Hi, welcome to Sapphire State. We're looking at Astroneer today. As we can see, this is a pre-alpha build, version 2.115, which was recently updated on the 29th of December. So a few little extra patches and bug fixes. So here we are on the opening screen. Beneath us we can see our generated world. And if we use the left and right, we can between different characters that we'd like. Any saved games will appear here. We can see I have one saved game there. However, we're not going to play that one today. What we're going to do is we're going to start from scratch and have a look at the very basics of the game. So if we choose this little fella here, look, and then we click on the launch button, it should take us down to the planet surface. So this is a wonderful game all about exploration, resources, and staying alive. And as you can see, you can use your mouse to look at the world as we fall down, going down in a little shuttle, look. And already, as you can see, there's landscape around us with some quite interesting features. Okay, so as it says, in order to get out, we just press the tab button. This is the PC version. And as soon as we come out there, we can see it tells us what the movement buttons are, which, as you would expect, W, A, S and D. So if I use W, look, as you can see, we can move away and walk around the landscape. The first thing you'll probably notice is that there's a blue line. Now this is important. This is what gives you oxygen and power, and it tethers you to your home base. And on the back of the person you can see a backpack, and on the top there's a little blue bar that represents the amount of oxygen that you have, and there's some yellow lines running down the back. That's the power that you have available to you. And the idea of the game is that you move around the landscape and you harvest resources and build your base and expand your base, undertake research, and it's an exploration game. Now, one of the interesting things you'll notice is I'm still attached to this blue line, which gives me oxygen. However, if I move too far away, there we go, the blue line is broken, and what you'll notice is that the blue indicator on the backpack starts to go down. This indicates that you're using your reserve of oxygen. As it gets lower, so your oxygen runs out, what you need to make sure is that you get back to your base or get some oxygen before that runs out or you die. What it will do is it'll give you some warnings though, just to let you know how your oxygen is going in case you don't notice the blue bar, the indicator bar on the back. So there we are, we're saying it's got 50% of our oxygen used. And still we have plenty of time, so it gives you an idea as to the sort of distance that you can roam away from being connected before you get yourself into trouble. I'll leave it a little bit longer, look. It should get another notification, 25% oxygen remaining. At this point you should be trying to head back and get yourself some oxygen or pick up some oxygen from the train. I'll show you how to do that later. And here we are, look, if it gets really low, it'll come up with a suffocating icon in a second. There we go, and at this point you need to make sure you get reconnected. So there we are, I've moved back in distance, my tether's reappeared. We call it a tether. And the oxygen reserves are back up to normal, look, so I can move around again. First thing to do when you land is to have a look around and see what's around. Now, one of the obvious things that we can see in front of us is this thing called compound. These are some of the resources that are used, some of the different ingredients for producing things. As it says, compound is common. And then we also have a look around. There's some other things over here, looks like some plants or things that are growing. And then over here there's obviously something yellow with a nice blue arrow above it. Now yellow, if you'll notice, is the same colour as the power reserves on your backpack. So that should be a place where we can increase our power reserves, or we can harvest power. Now, as I say, we talk about harvesting, and you can see it says Terrain Tool E, and this is the main tool that you use for everything. If you press the E, out pops this device, look. Looks like a large vacuum cleaner in a way, or a leaf blower. And what you can do is, as you see, a little green circle appears, and it says Shape Terrain. And for the PC version, you press the left hand button, and you'll see that inside there's some arrows pointing inside, and what that means is if you press the button it will lower the terrain. So here we go, look, and as you do it you see the terrain is lowering, and at the same time if you look at the backpack the yellow power reserves go down, and then these recharge slowly over time. If you want to raise land, what you do is you press the Alt button and you see the arrows turn to the outside of the green circle, and then if you left click you can see it throwing material back in, and as you do that so it raises the ground. You can lift it up, and then there's another button which is the control button. If you press the control button you see the arrows disappear, and what that tries to do is it tries to flatten the ground. If we sort of run it over, and I'm holding down the button here, you can see how it's not perfect, but it kind of tries to even out. And if you sort of move it over rather quickly, give it a quick flush, that's pretty smooth. What you probably notice there is that everything you do uses power. My power reserves have gone down, and when your power runs out you can no longer shape the environment around you, and you have to wait for your power to come back up. So those are the basics, and what we have to do is harvest material and use those materials to make things. So we'll end the session here as the very basics, and in session 2 we'll have a look at harvesting resources. Don't forget to subscribe to Sapphire State and come back for more videos. Bye for now. Bye.